Today we are out and about to get some nettle because we want to try dyeing some of the sheep fleece we washed the other week, and it's starting to get nettle season. So we are getting monsoon, and now the nettle will like explode like crazy everywhere here. And we are picking it early because that's supposed to be more green in the color, and later it gets more gray. So there is no lack of nettle here. People are super annoyed by it because it's like literally growing on all the ways. So it's no issue that we cut some off. I'm already on it, filling my little bag here. And I didn't even have to leave the house for more than 5 meters for it. And I'm equipped with a scissor and some nice gloves. And I see you later. See this nettle? Here you see what I mean with the wall. This is before it's really growing. It's getting way worse in the next months. You see how high the nettle grows here? It's like literally everywhere around me. So no one will be missing this nettle if we get some for our experiment. I am picking the nettle right here from the roadside, where it's overgrowing on the stairs anyways. So people are really happy when it's removed. Here you see some people collecting some gravel for construction work. That's how it's done. You see all the women will wear this like bowls full of stones on their heads. And here's a little bit of the view we have here. Beautiful Himalayas. We have collected this little bowl full of nettles. And it will rest a little bit that all the little spiders and stuff have time to crawl out. And in this time, we are going to the next project. And that is making ourselves some stinging nettle tea while we are waiting for all the little bugs to crawl out, because it's supposed to be super healthy. And we are not taking the fresh nettles because they are picked up from a construction site, so they are kind of dirty. But I have this nettle tea at home anyways, so we are taking one of the nice local products from the little market here. And while the tea is steeping and the nettles are nettling, I wanted to explain you a little bit more why we choose nettle today. So in Buddhism, there is a famous Buddhist practitioner, and his name is Milarepa. And Milarepa used to be a not so nice guy when he was young. He used some black magic to kill some people. But then he encountered Buddhism and became one of the really famous practitioners in Buddhism that reached quite high development. So what has Milarepa to do with nettle, you might ask? You can see the answer here in the book. He needed to find some food while he was meditating in a cave, and the only thing growing there was a bunch of nettles. So he ate nettles for several years while he was meditating in a cave. And it is said that his body turned into green color because of this. That's why you always will see Milarepa colored green in many Buddhist pictures, because he ate so much nettle. So I thought if it can make Milarepa green, it might be a good choice to make our wool green as well. So let's see how this works. I decided I quickly read you the backside of the little book. It says, "From avenging evil sorcerer to devoted Buddhist ascetic to enlightened being, the story of Milarepa's spectacular life is a powerful testimony to self-knowledge, transformation, and liberation. In the year 1050, and Milarepa is seeking vengeance on unsculptuous relatives for mistreating his mother and sister, trained in dark magic, he commands a rain of scorpions, snakes, and lizards to attack his villains. But when his teacher rebukes him for his odious deeds, Milarepa renounces witchcraft to seek mystical truth. He retreats to a cave, where after years of intense meditation, he acquires the power of shapeshift. But most importantly, he achieves the greatest victory of all, mastery over himself." At least our tea turned into a nice green, and I hope our wool will do the same later. enjoying a cup of the green nettle tea in front of the beautiful view that I have from my balcony up to the mountains. Right now we are cutting the nettle in smaller pieces because it's supposed to extract more color like this. And yeah, we have quite a lot. My pot is pretty full already, while we still have quite a bunch over here, so I might not use everything. While we are waiting, I decided to work on one of my whips. This is a small hat project for a friend of mine. He said he might not be able to stay here when it's getting too cold because he doesn't have a hat. So I just decided to knit him a hat. This is Andrea Maury's traveler hat. I knit one recently for one of our monks, as you have seen already. And now I continue making a second version in a thicker weight yarn. And I hope you will like it. So it's late evening already. I was out the whole time because we had Buddhist philosophy class. Now I came back. All the bugs should be out of the greens right now. And I just poured boiling water over it, and I'm supposed to leave it in there at least overnight, but maybe I do it for longer. So let's see what we are getting. Okay, it's 2 days later. Our color looks nice and we are now going into mordanting. I tried to find alum, but I only found shaving alum, so it's just a big block, but let's see if it works as well. Welcome to the witch kitchen. You see, we are preparing a lot of things at once, including my breakfast that I will enjoy as soon as I put this wool into the mordant bath. I'm also blocking the hat I was knitting on in the last video. It's finished, the traveler hat. There our nettle is extracting color still. We are ready to go for some more experiments. I have like 200 grams of wool and found this nice bucket for it, so let's see. So we have our dyeing color ready. We have some mordanted wool. We will combine them together now. As you see, our water is green brownish. I have the water hot from the boiler, like it's not 100 degrees, but it's like warm. And I will just throw it in there. And a bit later I will put it on the stove and I'm supposed to simmer it for an hour. Let's see what we get at the end. Good morning, everyone. Look what we got overnight. It's a pale yellowish green that you can't really see on this video. But I will rinse it out and let it dry and hope it's easier to see afterward. The color is pretty pale, but better than nothing. Okay, I tried to show you the dyeing result we got with the nettle. And I have to hold up the original white, otherwise the white balance is not really showing the color of the yarn. It's still not perfect, but better than without. You see we got a really light shade of yellowish yarn. The left one is the original before dyeing. The white one you see the yellow tint. The color we got is pretty light, it's not a strong color. Maybe I didn't use enough of the nettle. I had it in the dye bath overnight, so I think the time should have been enough, but who knows. It's the first time I'm trying to dye with natural colors. My original plan was to mix this yarn up with some yak fiber. I tried this, I carded some up, but you see then the color gets lost even more, so I think I will not do this in the end. I'm not really sure what to do with this yarn. Did we get the Milarepa yarn as planned? Not so much, it's not really green, but also he was eating nettles for 7 years and we just dyed it for some hour in some nettle dye. So there is still a difference. We still got a result. It's a good experiment.